friends. Welcome to A Year Through the Word. I'm your host, Pastor John Dillon. Year Through the Word is your daily 15-minute Bible reading podcast. Walk you all the way through the Bible in just 1 year's time. Day 190 reading schedule. 1 Chronicles chapters 7 and 8. Acts chapter 27 verses 1 through 20. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 22. 1 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 1. Now the sons of Issachar were Tola and Puah, Jashub and Shimron, 4. And the sons of Tola, Uzziah and Raphiah and Jeriel and Jammah and Jibsam and Shemuel, heads of their father's house, to wit, of Tola. They were valiant men of might in their generations, whose number was in the days of David 22,600. And the sons of Uzziah, Izriah, and the sons of Izrahiah, Michael and Obadiah and Joel and Ishiah, 5, all of them chief men. And with them by their generations after the house of their fathers were bands of soldiers for war, 36,000 men, for they had many wives and sons. And their brethren among all the families of Issachar were valiant men of might, reckoned in all by their genealogies 7,000. The sons of Benjamin, Bela and Becher, and Jediel. And the sons of Bela, Esbon and Uzziah, and Uzziel and Jeremoth, and Eri, 5, heads of the houses of their fathers, mighty men of valor, and were reckoned by their genealogies 22,034. And the sons of Becher, Zemirah, and Joash, and Eleazar, and Elionai, and Omri, and Jeremoth, and Abiah, and Anathoth, and Alameth. All these are the sons of Becher. And the number of them after their genealogy by their generations, heads of the house of their fathers, mighty men of valor, was 20,200. The sons also of Jediel, Bilhan, and the sons of Bilhan, Jeush, and Benjamin, and Ehud, and Chenanan, and Zethan, and Tharshish, and Ahishahar. All these the sons of Jediel by the heads of their fathers, mighty men of valor, were 17,200 soldiers, fit to go out for war and battle. Shuppim also, and Huppim, the children of and Husham, the sons of Ahur. The sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, and Guni, and Jezer, and Shalom, the sons of Bilhah. The sons of Manasseh, Ashriel, whom she bare, but his concubine, the Aramitess, bare Machir, the father of Gilead. And Machir took to wife the sister of Huppim and Shuppim, whose sister's name was Maacah, and the name of the second was Zelophehad. And Zelophehad had daughters. And Maacah, the wife of Machir, bare a son, and she called his name Perish. And the name of his brother was Sherish, and his sons were Ulam and Rakem. And the sons of Ulam, Bedan. These were the sons of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh. And his sister Hameleketh bare Ishad and Abiezer and Mahalah. And the sons of Shemida were Ahian and Shechem and Lechi and Anaim. And the sons of Ephraim, Shuthelah and Bered his son, and Tahath his son, and Elada his son, and Tahath his son, and Zabad his son, and Shuthelah his son, and Ezer and Eliad, whom the men of Gath that were born in that land slew, because they came down to take away their cattle. And Ephraim their father mourned many days, and his brethren came to comfort him. And when he went in to his wife, she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Beriah, because it went evil with his house. And his daughter was Sherah, who built Beth Horon, the nether, and the upper, and Uzzen Sherah. And Repha was his son, also Resheph, and Telah his son, and Tahan his son, Ladan his son, Ammihud his son, Elishama his son, Nun his son, Jehoshua his son. And their possessions and habitations were Bethel and the towns thereof, and eastward Naaran, and westward Gezer with the towns thereof, Shechem also and the towns thereof, unto Gaza and the towns thereof. And the borders of the children of Manasseh Beth Shean and her towns, Tanakh and her towns, Megiddo and her towns, Dor and her towns. In these dwelt the children of Joseph, the son of Israel. The sons of Asher, Imnah and Isua, and Ishui, and Beriah, and Sarah their sister. And the sons of Beriah, Heber, and Malchiel, who is the father of Berzaveth. And Heber begat Japhlet, and Shomer, and Hotham, and Shua their sister. And the sons of Japhlet, Hasach, and Bimhal, and Ashvath. These are the children of Japhlet. And the sons of Shamer, Ahi, and Rogah, Jehubbah, and Aram. And the sons of his brother Helam, Zophah, and Imnah, and Shelesh, and Amel. The sons of Zophah, Sua, and Harnepher, and Shual, and Beri, and Imran. Bezer, and Hod, and Shammah, and Shilshai, and Ithron, and Bera. And the sons of Jether, Jephunneh, and Pispa, and Ara. The sons of Ulla, Ara, and Haniel, and Raziah. All these were the children of Asher, heads of their father's house, choice and mighty men of valor, chief of the princes, and the number throughout the genealogy of them that were apt to the war and to battle was 26,000 men. Now Benjamin begat Bela his firstborn, Ashbel the second, and Ahara the third, Noha the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. And the sons of Bela were Adar, and Gera, and Abihud, and Abishua, and Naaman, and Ahol, and Gera, and Shephufan, and Huram. All these are the sons of Ehud. These are the heads of the fathers of the inhabitants of Geba, and they removed them to Manahath. And Naaman and Ahiah and Gera, he removed them and begat Uzzah and Ahihud. And Shaharaim begat children in the country of Moab, after he had sent them away. Husham and Bera were his wives. And he begat of Hodesh his wife Jobab and Zebiah and Mesha and Malcham, and Jeuz and Shekiah and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of the fathers. And of Husham he begat Abitub and Elpal. The sons of Elpal, Eber, and Misham, and Shamed, who built Ono and Lod, with the towns thereof. Beriah also and Shema, who were heads of the fathers of the inhabitants of Ajalon, who drove away the inhabitants of Gath. And Ahio, Shashak, and Jeremoth, and Zebediah, and Arad, and Ader, and Michael, and Ispa, and Johah, the sons of Beriah. And Zebediah, and Meshullam, and Hezekiah, and Heber. Ishmerai also, and Jezliah, and Jobab, the sons of Elpal, and Jacob, and Zichri, and Zabdi, and Elianai, and Zilthai, and Eliel, and Adiah, and Beriah, and Shimrath, the sons of Shimhi, and Ishpan, and Heber, and Eliel, and Abdom, and Zichri, and Hanan, and Hananiah, and Elam, and Antothijah, and Iphidiah, and Penuel, the sons of Shashak, and Shamsherai, and Shisherai, and Athaliah, and Jerasiah, and Eliah, and Zichri, the sons of Jehoram. These were heads of the fathers by their generations, chief men. These dwelt in Jerusalem. And at Gibeon dwelt the father of Gibeon, whose wife's name was Maacah. And his firstborn son, Abdon, and Zer, and Kish, and Baal, and Nabat, and Gedor, and Ahio, and Zachar. And Mikloth begat Shemiah, and these also dwelt with their brethren in Jerusalem over against them. And Ner begat Kish, and Kish begat Saul, and Saul begat Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbaal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribbaal, and Meribbaal begat Micah. And the sons of Micah were Pithon, and Melech, and Teriah, and Ahaz. And Ahaz begat Jehoiada, and Jehoiada begat Alameth, and Asmaveth, and Zimri begat Mosa. And Mosa begat Beniah, and Rapha was his son, Eliaso his son, Azel his son. And Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Azrikam, Boshera, Ishmael, Shariah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel. And the sons of Eshek his brother were Ulam his firstborn, Jehush the second, Eliphalet the third. And the sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers, and had many sons, and sons' sons, 150. All these are the sons of Benjamin. Book of Acts, chapter 27, verse 1. And when it was determined that we should sail into Italy, they delivered Paul and certain other prisoners unto one named Julius, a centurion of Augustus's band. And entering into a ship of Adramyttium, we launched, meaning to sail by the coast of Asia, one Aristarchus, a Macedonian of Thessalonica, being with us. And the next day we touched at Sidon, and Julius courteously entreated Paul, and gave him liberty to go unto his friends to refresh himself. And when he had launched from thence, we sailed under Cyprus, because the winds were contrary. And when we had sailed over the sea of Cilicia and Pamphylia, we came to Myra, a city of Lycia. And there the centurion found a ship of Alexandria sailing into Italy, and he put us therein. And when we had sailed slowly many days, and scarce were come over against Cnidus, the wind not suffering us, we sailed under Crete over against Salmon. And hardly passing it, came unto a place which is called the Fair Havens, nigh whereunto was the city of Lasea. Now when much time was spent, and when sailing was now dangerous, because the fast was now already past, Paul admonished them, and said unto them, Sirs, I perceive that this voyage will be with hurt and much damage, not only of the lading and ship, but also of our lives. Nevertheless, the centurion believed the master and the owner of the ship more than those things which were spoken by Paul. And because the haven was not commodious to winter in, the more part advised to depart thence also, if by any means they might attain to Phenice, and there to winter, which is an haven of Crete, and lieth toward the southwest and northwest. And when the south wind blew softly, supposing that they had attained their purpose, loosing thence they sailed close by Crete. But not long after there arose against it a tempestuous wind called Euroclydon. And when the ship was caught and could not bear up into the wind, we let her drive. And running under a certain island which is called Clauda, we had much work to come by the boat, which when they had taken up, they used helps undergirding the ship, and fearing lest they should fall into the quicksands, stretched sail, and so we were driven. And we being exceedingly tossed with a tempest, the next day they lightened the ship. And the third day we cast out with our own hands the tackling of the ship. And when neither sun nor stars in many days appeared, and no small tempest lay on us, all hope that we should be saved was then taken away. Book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 22. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor of the Lord. Well, that brings us to the end of day number 190. As always, we ask you to like and share the video, but not only on your social media, on your YouTube page or your Facebook page, but share it personally with your family and your friends and your church members and your co-workers, the people that you come in contact with in real life on an everyday occurrence. Till tomorrow, we say thank you for joining us on A Year Through the Word. God bless and have a great day.